Within the original research of the Index of Learning Styles, Felder and Silverman provided practical applications. They matched the learning preferences with the most effective teaching strategies or techniques. So as active learners prefer that experiential learning, that hands-on experience, that's really essential for concrete learning opportunities for that active learner. They need to provide practical learning and problem-solving opportunities. Try using computer simulated options and employ new technologies. Small group options are great for the active learner as well as large groups, as long as they get to actively participate. They love brainstorming sessions. Try giving demonstrations with the option for them to try the demonstration for themselves. They might get a little impatient by just watching the demo. Students with this active preference should be given the choice to interact with others, especially within a collaborative learning environment. Reflective learners tend to be more introspective. They are quiet, solitary. They learn best by thinking through information. So reflective learners are going to need an environment that starts with a fundamental understanding of the material. They need time to process information through reflection and learning. An easy option for an instructor is to be able to give an outline or a preview to the information prior to this reflective learner entering into that learning opportunity or learning experience. Also, make it essential for the educator to not fill every moment of class time with information. This is going to lead to an information overload for the reflective learner. They are going to need brief intervals of time to process, especially after asking open-ended questions or for looking for some kind of analysis. The visual learner needs to see things. Try using photos, media, films, graphs, pictograms, demonstrations, and even simple sketches is going to catch their eye. They are going to love infographics. These are particularly helpful for the visual learner as they process through each piece. It tends to draw in the eyes of the learner. Encourage this learner to transfer audio information into graphics. Try using Cornell notes. Give them nudges to make information visual. How would they change what you are teaching into a graphic or into some kind of infographic? Recall that verbal learners are going to excel in learning situations that are focused on hearing. Discussions, demonstrations, explanations, listening, lectures. They will get the most of learning through words. This is really one of the easiest learning personality traits to meet. It comes very easily for instructors. The sensing preference learns best by focusing on facts and data. They need concrete information that deals with facts, data, experimentation, statistics. Really try to use a lot of statistics for them and numbers. Also, be sure that you cite the source. They need to know the sources of information. They're going to tend to follow a very scientific method. They're going to be very visual in their desire to be able to see how the data is presented in a variety of ways. So you may want to be able to include both that verbal and also that visual pace. Make sure that you use graphs and even sketches when you are focusing on data and statistics. This type of learner is going to enjoy working with computer simulated instructions. The intuitive learner prefers that abstract, whether it's going to be ideas, theories, concepts, even a model. They really prefer any material that is going to focus on ideas and refers to some kind of fundamental understanding. They need inference, patterns, and general overviews. Don't hand feed the intuitive learner. Give some general guidelines and direct them to find solutions or to create a model for themselves. They particularly respond to open-ended questions and analysis. However, be sure to give them time to really think it through so that they can find a way to implant it into what they already know and embed it within their own understanding. Be sure to always recognize their creativity and their attempts, even if it comes to an incorrect conclusion. The sequential learner learns in a very methodical linear method. This learning is best met through a formulated process from beginning to end, step by step, and then followed up with some kind of application. They like to have patterns to guide through their learning. Even drilling exercise such as repetition is going to be valuable. The global learner needs to see the whole picture. They're going to want to have an aerial view of the learning process, which is going to motivate them. Finding personal connections will be important for the global learner. This type of learner likes analysis, synthesis, and open-ended questions to guide them through their learning. Like the intuitive learner, it is valuable and essential to appreciate all attempts at learning, even when they come to an incorrect conclusion. Lastly, Felder and Silverman talk to or approach the learning suggestion for all preferences. Make sure that you are meeting both ends of the spectrum. They quote, "Talk to students about their learning styles, both in advising and in classes. Students are reassured to find their academic difficulties may not be due to personal inadequacies. Explaining to struggling students or to sensors or active or global learners how they learn most efficiently is going to be an important step in helping them to reshape their learning experience so that they can be successful."